are much higher in foreign markets. So what you believe is good enough in China might not be good enough in foreign markets. And I think it's related to support as well. You want to make sure that you are open about what is your product, the quality level, set expectations right. That's pretty important. So in terms of funding, because I often get the question, it's definitely clear that you cannot do everything at once. So usually when you start, if your company is based initially in China, you probably want to stay close to China in terms of first investors. Having investors 10,000 kilometers away when you are 4 people team, it's useless. These guys won't be able to help you, won't be able to support you, won't understand shit about the local market and what you are facing every day. So it will be just a mess more than anything. So you want your first investor to be relatively close. That makes your life easier, their life easier. However, if you think you will go to international relatively quickly, try to find local investors, either business angels or VCs like IDG, that are very international in their team and in their mindset, because then it will help you a lot. Later, these guys will be able to connect you better, they will have a better brand name, and when you go later outside, it will help you. People will know this name, or will believe more about the story. Yeah. After this step, if you are looking to a Series B, you are looking for much bigger investment. At some point, it makes definitely sense to go outside China actually to get your investors. If your market again is not just about China, what these investors will want is to understand that you are not just talking to them with no reason. They will usually want to work with you if and only if you have a real strategy in international markets, but also you start to be successful in international markets. So ideally, when you talk to them, you already have visibility in their market. They have heard about you. You have, and it might not mean you had international team, but you are flying around as much as you can in order to get sales, and your digital marketing is reaching everywhere. So that's something if you have done that, then they might be interested. And definitely, what we have seen is that our investors can really help in terms of brand, recruiting, getting new customers, events, potentially in terms of exit strategy. So if you finding right investor who can really help you, not just giving you dollars, but giving you advice and support in their local market, that's extremely helpful. So that's about it. So I will open it to questions. If you have questions.
So we'll probably keep around the same thing, 10 minutes, probably 4 questions, so whatever you want. Again, keep it general, maybe not directly about your project.
Yes?
So from an investment point of view, would you recommend to get investment from angels or try to get into incubator, accelerator?
So I think incubator accelerator can really help in terms of having a proper office, a space where you can hire people more easily, helping you with admin, accounting, and all this stuff. So if they provide a lot of services, I think an accelerator can help, especially if it's your first company. I think it has a lot of value, and especially also if you are not familiar with how things work in China. So I think that's something that can be really helpful. But you can combine both. You can have incubator and business angel. I think it has value. But it really depends on, okay, well, there are many different incubators, of course, so try to find the ones that can really help. But I think it has value, even if that's for equity or stuff. I mean, it's at some point initially, if you can be more focused on your business, at all the small details of rules and regulations in China. And if you look bigger because you're in a nice office space and everything, it makes you easier to attract people. That's a good deal. Yes?
So, actually, you barely do business in China, right?
What?
I mean, you barely do business in China. So, I mean,
yeah.
why in the first place do you choose Beijing to be your place?
If we go back to this slide, optimizing cost. And again, when I say about cost, it's not the cheapest. If it's the cheapest, we are in tech business. It's not just about having the cheapest cost. So you need a good balance between relatively cheaper cost, but as well as good people. And we find that China was a very good balance of this. If you go to Europe and US, it's usually more expensive. In China, if you have a very good recruiting process, I think you can find good people at better price. And again, I think China and Beijing start to become more and more expensive, so maybe that's time to look at second-tier other cities. But yeah. And also another point that I think China is well positioned because it's in East Asia. Japan and Korea in our business, for instance, are pretty big and fast growing. So we are very close by. If we're in Europe, it's very far away to access these markets. At the same time, European markets right now are not going very fast. They're slowing down. So no big benefit to start first in Europe, for instance.
Do you mind the percentage of Chinese people in Beijing?
Oh, I mean, it's 60–70%.
Wow.
Yeah. Most of the team is Chinese, especially in engineering. But if you think us in terms of product and marketing, most of it is targeting international markets. So for product and marketing, it's mostly foreign people. Yeah.
Can you elaborate?